Yabba ba ba da da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da ba ba da da ya ba 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 da 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 da. Hey, it's me. It's me, Mario. I think this is the end for me. I think this is it. I don't think I got another jump in me. I don't think I got one more jump. I've jumped my last. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's that over there? Seems to be some sort of a mushroom. Let me just eat this mushroom real quick. Well, now I'm dying and large. Now I'm still dying, but I'm much larger than I was before. Oh well. But much more expensive coffin this way. That's the main downside. Hello, welcome to the Video Game Valley. It's a beautiful day today. Perfect 72 degrees out. We're playing Super Mario Bros. On the NES. Super Mario Bros. On the NES. I have had a migraine most of today, which is why we're playing Mario's. These are the games I usually play when I'm feeling bad, just because I've played them so much, so it's nice and relaxing. Although my migraine's not too bad right now. It's been up and down throughout the day, and right now it's definitely down. So I'm not feeling too terrible, but could go back up. You know how the Nintendo stocks go up and down. Same thing happens with my migraine sometimes. So we'll see. I'm feeling alright right now. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing okay. Hope things are going well for you out there in this world of suffering. Do you have that oxygen for treating it? Those are for cluster headaches. This is just a migraine. It's cluster headaches that I only get those like once every 2 years or something. Delightful. Delightful tea. Oh. I actually got contacted today. I was contacted. Someone communicated to me. I got contacted by a number of people today, but this one was someone who works making the paper at Crane. Making the paper, someone who actually works making the paper. I got an email from someone who makes the paper. It's one of the people working on the floor making the paper. This is one of the most exciting emails I've ever gotten. When people ask me sometimes, oh, what celebrity you want to meet? I'm like, not really any of them. But the people doing the paper at Crane, the people like actually working on the floor at Crane, do such a good job. It is genuinely such beautiful paper. They do such good work. Anyway, I heard from this person who says that the floor workers found the video and they were passing it around and cackling at it and stuff. So I was very happy to hear that. So thank you to the person who emailed me. Hope your work there is all right. Hope the WP Strategic Holdings or whatever the company that bought Crane is treating you all right. Although They're called WP Strategic Holdings. So I don't have a lot of hope about that, but oh, they do so. All the people making the paper do such great work. But yeah, very, very happy to hear from that person. Welcome to the world of Mario. You know, world 8 in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, we're not gonna be speed running. We're gonna be, if anything, slow running this. What's the slowest run? Whatever the slowest run is, that's what we're going for. Hey, what am I thinking about? Tab on! Thank you for the $50. My goodness gracious. Hope this helps with your migraine. Absolutely. It'll definitely help tomorrow when I order noodles with that money. instead of cooking. So thank you so much. Incredibly kind of you. I am, big fan of noodles. $50 worth of noodles. That's a pretty good pile. Thank you, Pebble. Ozzy, thank you for the $8.33. Time to get a sheet. I gotta get one of them B sheets. Thank you, appreciate it. Only $8.33 a sheet, but it's got a beautiful bee on it. Forgot to go up there. That's okay. I'm doing a slow thing. I'm acting slowly. I'm off to bed, but I want to say the bee paper infomercial was amazing. Wild to hear you actually break character too. Thank you. It's funny, I learned a while ago that, like, I can laugh pretty naturally in scripted stuff. And this is a thing that has happened a lot recently, where I have characters who will laugh, whether it be Vulo, or whether it's, Norwell, or some other character, but it is interesting hearing, like, scripted laughs called, breaking character. It makes me feel very proud in my in my voice acting ability. Yeah, in the script that I wrote for the B video, like those laughs were in the script. I put them in there. I was like, I gotta laugh at this point, you gotta laugh over here. Now, granted, I did genuinely find this stuff funny, but, you know, if you go and listen to, like, the entire recording, you'll hear a couple of takes of me laughing and it not sounding quite authentic enough, and so I re-recorded with a more authentic sounding laugh. Not going to the secret area, we're playing every level. Hey, get over here. Also, yeah, we talked about the mist stuff a little bit yesterday. I hope that, I know this probably won't happen. Oh no. son of a gun. I hope that them putting the teaser out there gets someone who has the resources to actually fund that project to get it made. Because it looks very good. So I hope they manage to find another publisher. Son of a gun. The fact that Cyan is still independent is pretty extraordinary. They've had some rough years though. I know that they had to lay off a bunch of people. Dang it, 2,000 nothing. Monkey Paw curls and Elon Musk decides to fund it. I think that's the sort of thing he would say he was gonna fund, but then wouldn't. Pipes Life, thank you for the $2. Hope your migraine gets better. Yuka and Piper, thank you. Very, very kind of you. It should be better by tomorrow. It's not as bad as it used to be. My migraines used to be way worse before I was on this Nurtec medication. So again, I can tell I have a migraine because I usually simply do not get hit there. Unless I'm playing with a migraine. I got that one jump in my bones, but my bones are aching. Watch the B sheets. Only $8.33 a sheet. Heard $125 B paper can help with migraines. Absolutely. I've heard this too, which is why I need $125 to buy that B paper. I've been checking the stock. They haven't sold any since my video came out. They had 42 in stock before. They currently have 42 in stock. Believe it or not, nobody has spent $125 on the B paper since my video came out. It doesn't help that there's like a few retailers that are still selling it at the old price of like $34. It had been, I think, $24, and then like during the pandemic it went up to $31. And then recently up to $34. And then as of like a week or two ago, $125. $125 for some reason. People buying it actively before the price change. Crane Stationer has been like, I mean, they've been around for a while. It's pretty popular stationery in terms of like high-end stationery. Like it does. There were a lot of stationery shops that would carry it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boing. Oh, no, no, no. Dang it. Alright, that's fine. I forgot that was the end of the level. Pause this for a second. Let me. Yep, B half shades are still. Still going for $125 on the Crane Stationery website. Yeah, $125 for a box. You can see the previous retail price because, like, they're out of stock now. Drum ghouls, but you know, $34 for the 15 sheets. This was the previous retail price. You can still, someone's still selling it on Amazon for like $36.99 or whatever, which was higher than the retail price of $34. But yeah, for some reason they've decided $125 is going to be the cost now. So you can still find the paper. Oh my god, dang it. I did not fear the squid. You can still find the paper for the old price. Which, I have to once again state, was already a luxury price for for stationery. This was already the high-end price. The price you pay so that you get, oh no, so that you get stationery that's, you know, handmade and of a high quality. Get out of my way. Counterfeit wasp paper. Yeah, you don't want to get that counterfeit wasp paper, so it's time to spend $125 to get it from the source. Oh no, I did it again. Whoa, get out of here, fishes. There we go. We did it! Searched up the Millipede song. Popped up in my mind from when I was small. Crazy, you're live right now. Live every single day. This is like the 3,000th and something stream. Live every day. Same time. I love that song. I wrote that song entirely because we had a big rainy season here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, where I live. And a bunch of millipedes decided to come into the house. A bunch of millipedes just sort of like showed up, crawling around. It's very it's a haunting number of millipedes. I was like, well, I don't really like what's going on here with these millipedes, but maybe. Maybe I could turn this into something positive, and so I wrote a song about it. Dang it. I wrote a song about millipedes. Sometimes when something terrible happens to you, such as you see a millipede. I know there's people out there who love millipedes. Seeing them crawling around the floor and stuff really wigged me out. I wish the millipedes well, I just don't want them crawling around my floor. But, you know, it's the millipedes world too. It's not just my world, it's also millipede world. I gotta learn to live with the millipedes. I gotta... gotta learn to, respect the right to exist of these beautiful bugs. Anyway, the millipedes freaked me out, so I wrote a song on the millipede. I actually wrote a different song first, which ended up in Charlie Tay Unicron. But it wasn't very good, and so I wrote a second one. I wrote a second millipede song, which was better. Based on the melody to a song that I had written many years before about the Iraq War. Fun millipede song fact. Little leggy friends are nice. That doesn't mean I want them in my house with me. It's funny, as I'm like, you know, as I'm saying stuff that's like about these millipedes, I'm just like, man. I gotta change my heart about bugs. I've known this for a while. I have a bug fear, and that colors my my interactions with them. I fear the bug. Oh no! Oh no! I fell in a hole. Oh! Oh! Centipedes have those long legs, which freak me out. Little tiny legs on millipedes, not so bad. What if you encounter is there a leg length where it becomes less freaky? Like, imagine a tiny centipede, but like, it's got like 12-inch legs. There's a centipede crawling around. There's like a handful of feet high. It's like a chest height centipede. I feel like that's not any better. I feel like that's the longer the legs don't actually. I don't know if it really loops around at any point to being less frightening. Has anyone ever done like a centipede or millipede where like a artistic rendition where it just has like really like a ton of really just sexy legs, just a real sexy legged centipede. Anyone done that? Dag it. Sexy bird legs. There's plenty of that, thanks to, in large part, to Lisa Hannawalt. there's tons of that, but... Oh no, no. Dang it, I stepped on a little spiky guy. Like, really go for another mush. Oh well. Oh well. This original hardware. Yeah, everything I stream here is original hardware. Those beautiful coins. No. I will not get any of the secrets. I don't even think about getting the secrets. They're secrets for a reason. Oh no, if only I had gotten the secret. That's alright. We tried our best. Let's try again. I hate this future so much. How did we wind up here? I think the answer is the Roman Empire. Like, obviously it's a little more complicated than that, but I think mostly it's the Roman Empire. Kurt Vonnegut had this phrase in one of his books, "The Empire Never Ended." Essentially meaning all of the worst aspects of the Roman Empire have translated over to other empires over time. They've all copied the same model. Gotta blame the Greeks for the Romans? No. That 1,000 points right there. Greeks have never done anything wrong ever in their lives. Oh, I've done plenty wrong. That particular thing, no. No. Not that the Greeks didn't do their own brutal conquering before they themselves were brutally conquered. The Roman Empire really did set up a model for how conquest would look, though. Sort of absorbing of everything into the empire. Greg, yo, thank you for the $5. Nintendo stocks are up. Probably. If you turn on the news and you hear some distressing news story, you know that it's making the numbers go up somewhere. Take solace in the fact that the shareholders are benefiting. I read a fun news story today about the place I live, Florida. This happened in Ocala. Not too far off. There's a woman, I think from the UK, and she was specifically looking for someone to violently murder her. And you'll never believe where she found someone willing to do this. The sunny Florida, so she traveled here and did in fact get violently murdered. The guy's been arrested. You're not allowed to do that even if the person asks you. It turns out. Pardon me? Ooh. Aha. Marcus. Thank you for the $2. Isn't it all the Acadians' fault then? I don't know. I mean, you could, you know, for tracing back blame. Like, yeah, they did have, like, the first... They did technically have the first empire. But I really do think it is specifically the Roman model that's, like, stuck with us. Bun, thank you for that $2. Money is the root of all evil. Here, Hanson, thank you. Oh no! I feel $2 worth of evil seeping into my veins. Anyway, Marcus, yeah, I guess we can blame Sargon the Great more. If we really want, if we really want to. Spend more time blaming Sargon the Great. talking about the historical figure, not the... There's plenty of, like, right-wing media people who've named themselves after pretty vicious historical figures. Bring back asbestos and lead plumbing. Hey, you know what? Probably gonna happen. I mean, why not? At this point, well, why not bring it back? Bring it back measles, bring it back all sorts of stuff. Well, look at all these fish. Anyone here ever get smacked in the face with a fish? I think I've actually asked this question before. I think this is actually not the first time I've asked this question. I feel like it hasn't happened to many people. 2,000. Didn't get a concussion from a giraffe. Interesting. How'd you feel about Toys R Us after that? You have a fear of Jeffrey from the Toys R Us after your giraffe concussion? Oh no! Oh, double no. Okay. That's why Toys R Us went out of business, actually. Yeah, there was a long string of giraffe attacks. No! No! Why would you do this to me, Turtle? Turtle, why? I guess I literally attacked the turtle first. Clip their beautiful turtle wings. Daniels, thank you for the 2 Canadian iframes. I wish real life had iframes. Just imagine what you could do in the realm of assassination. Yeah, I could get hit twice before I go down. Girl was feeding them and trying to get a selfie and failing. Went to tie my shoelaces on the side of the platform, got back up. Mom said, watch out. And then you got concussed by a giraffe. Yeah, giraffes are very large. Giraffes have quite a bit of meat on them necks. Giraffes apparently fight with those necks sometimes. They just whap them against each other. It usually doesn't end very well for the giraffes. It's not a good idea to use your neck to fight, but they do it. Giraffes only sleep for 2 hours a day. They're on that grind set. Bye. I wanted that star, but sometimes you don't get what you want. Sometimes what you want falls into a hole. A dark hole. You never see it again. It's not a good idea to use your hands either. A lot of little bones. You gotta fight people with your butt. It's like Peach in Smash Bros. You just gotta butt blast people. That's alright, 2000, whatever. How many animals have butt cheeks? I know a lot of animals, plenty of animals have like butts. Animals be having butts all the time, but I actually don't know how many animals, oh no, have cheeks, you know. The cheeks, the butt part. There's actually a lot of debate about this. Like, there are people who say the butt is just leg. It doesn't actually exist. There's people who say the butt doesn't exist. If you heard this, like, sorry, butts, they're not real. It's just thick upper leg. Can you believe that? Butt deniers need to leave. Yeah, if you're gonna deny the butt, get out of here. I'm going up here because it's easier. I'm not cheating, it's easier. See, I'm going back down now. Had a book as a kid that prominently displayed an illustration of a horse butt. I was mesmerized. It was the first time I realized other animals had cheeks like us. You had a butt revelation. I never knew. I remember, I have a distinct memory of being a child and having my own butt revelation, which was... I just didn't know that buttholes were real. I thought... You know, I knew there was the cheeks, but I thought, like, the whole area in between the cheeks was, like, one big hole. I didn't realize that there was, like, a hole hidden within, I thought it was like the whole thing. I don't remember exactly how I discovered this was not the case. What age was this? I was pretty young. I was probably like 6 years old or something. Oh, we're at the end. Yeah, this is the tricky one, isn't it? Princess is in another castle. What the heck? I don't know about that. Give me the star. Yes. So close. Oh, my face. There you go. Oh, I got hit by a hammer. I got hit by a hammer. Career-ending hammer. There's a career-ending hammer, alright. Hammer bros are devious. They're devious. I'm losing it now. I'm losing it. I lost that mushroom too. I'm losing it all. It's all over for me. My career as a pro gamer. it's at an end. I start selling hot sauce. Ba-da-boo. Poor, so this was the only video game we had till the GameCube. It's a pretty good game. That's a pretty big jump too, from this to the GameCube. What if it turned out Mario's name was Craig? Like, what if it turned out Mario is named Craig? Now you might be wondering, how is this possible that Mario is named Craig? And I'll tell you. A lot of the early Mario games, 3 in particular, but some of the others, some of the later ones, they're specifically designed with like the aesthetics of like a stage performance. Like what's happening here is a performance. These are actors. So, Craig is hired to play Mario. As the character you're playing is not actually in the universe of the game named Mario, but instead is named Craig. That's why they invite Bowser to play tennis off the clock. Yeah, exactly. That's why they all play sports together. Well, we're halfway through the stream. Let's see. We got one birthday to celebrate today. We've got a birthday. That's right. We've got one birthday today. It's Yuka's birthday. Happy birthday, Yuka. Let's see what the machine's got to say to Yuka. Yeah, totally. Yeah, think about that day. Data's been calculated. Let's fill out your birth fate card. Hey, what is your luck number for the year? It could be one of an assortment of numbers. 36,288. How about your letter? It's a big mountain. How's the weather? Oh, it's the sun. It's the whole sun. Any of this hatch an egg? No. Got a cake recipe. Birthday machine is calculated. The perfect cake just for you. Here is your cake. Ingredients. 2 kilograms of white rice. 23 tablespoons tart and sour flavor booster. 30 star fruits, 2 fig bars. How does this turn into a cake? Mix together everything, all of it. Spend 43 milliseconds getting angry about the book with too many pages. Bada boom! Bada boom. Birthday machine has looked to the stars, determined your friend constellation is the dangerous duck. Enemy star, Sigma, Vega, number 6405. Hey, has there been a cosmic event? Let's look at the data and the charts. No. Gather round, everyone. It's time to sing. To whom? Yuka, of course. Join me if you can. Welcome, birthday friend Yuka. It begins now for Yuka. The sea hides your secrets. Yip yop for our Yuka. Happy this day, it's Yuka. Angels eat all but Yuka. We scream with our voices. The storm has arrived. Beautiful. Finally, we have one-of-a-kind work of art created by the machine just for you, Yuka. Here it is, your one-of-a-kind work of art. Beautiful. Gorgeous piece, as always. Happy birthday, Yuka! Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And many more. Now we go back to the wonderful world of Mario. All right. I would pay $125 for this game. $125 for Super Mario. I don't know. I think you can get a better value for your money. Like 15 pages of beautiful bee paper. This is a no warp zone run, I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean, I feel weird even calling it a run. I'm just playing the game. I don't know that this is necessarily a run so much as just me playing. The USD be converted to B paper as currency? That's a good question. Crane actually, I think they still do. They were the original printers, or sorry, the original creators of the paper for US currency. So believe it or not, the company that makes the B paper is the same one that would sell paper to Paul Revere. I think in 2015, they split the business so that the stationery company was now a different company from the one making the currency paper. And then I think they went out of business Like they had some serious problems, and it got sold to a Italian paper company, I think, 2018 or something. They got sold again to a just a private equity group in 2024, which is who currently owns them and who I think is responsible for changing the price of the B paper to $125. So they make the B paper and the $100 you used to purchase it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, here we go. Crane. American manufacturing. A manufacturer that supplies central banks with design services, currency papers, banknote printing services, blah, blah, blah. Stephen Crane was the first in the Crane family to become a paper maker, buying his first mill, Liberty Paper Mill, in 1770. Sold currency-type paper to engraver Paul Revere, who printed money for the American colonies. In 1801, Crane was founded by Zenas Crane, Henry Winswall, and John Willard, the very first paper mill in the United States west of the Connecticut River. Yeah, here we go. Crane Stationery, yeah. 2025, the company spun off its stationery division by a management buyout. 2018, Mohawk Fine Papers purchased Crane Stationery. 2020, Mohawk announced its intention to close North American factory. In March 2024, Crane was sold to WP Strategic Holdings. Yeah. WP Strategic Holdings. I wonder how much it cost to buy the Crane company. Like the stationery company. I gotta become a, oh no. What am I doing? I forgot I slowed down, the timing's different. I gotta become fabulously wealthy so I can buy the Crane Paper Company and turn it into a worker-owned collective. These are the sort of things that people with a lot of money don't do because it doesn't actually make you more money. But let me tell you, the people making that paper do such a great job. They deserve the profits. If they're going to be selling the paper for $125, should go to the workers. I was charging so much money for your paper that people stopped buying it. Make you money. That's a good question. I actually don't know what the business plan is here. I kind of think so. If I had to make a completely uneducated, wild nonsense guess, which I am. I had to make a nonsense guess about why they're doing this. It would probably be that the dang it. The people running the company are hoping to turn this into a sort of luxury brand, which it already is. It already is a luxury brand. They just want to be able to charge luxury brand prices, but they already do for the custom stuff. I think they maybe just don't really understand how to run a paper company. So, think about like, so there's a company, Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc makes a number of stuff, including a number of things, including fountain pens. Mont Blanc is a luxury brand. Their whole thing is making expensive things. What they do is they make expensive things. That's the whole company. It's a luxury brand. They make expensive things. Whatever they're making, whether it be watches, fragrances, pens, they make expensive things. Like, you know, you get this fountain pen for $1,600. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Mont Blanc. So this pen, let's look at one of their pens right here. This pen is a lot of money. This pen right here, $1,170. But there's a pretty substantial material cost in this pen. For instance, the nib. This is literally gold. This is. I don't remember if they're using 14 or 18 karat gold. They used to use 18. I think they've actually switched down because of the increase in gold prices. Solid AU 505, 585. Okay. So there's a lot of like genuine material costs that go into this pen. So there's a high amount of like cost to actually produce this pen. This is an expensive pen, both because it's an expensive pen and also because it's made using expensive stuff. But you go to their fountain pen ink and stuff, and here's a bottle of Mystery Black 60 milliliter ink for $32. This is only slightly higher than 60 milliliters of good ink would be from another company. Only slightly. This ink is not $100. They're not charging $125 for ink because, you know, you are paying a little bit more for the Mont Blanc brand. And, you know, they put it in a nice bottle, but it's ink. It's ink. There's only so much they can charge you for it. So this is $32 in a nice bottle. And substantially, it's just not that much higher than 60 milliliters of ink would be from another brand. Again, their pens are expensive. Solid gold nib. Things like that. It's got material costs, and you are, you know, paying extra for the brand. But that's because of the material cost. The $1,000 price is partially because of the material cost, whereas you go over to the ink and it's $32 because it's ink. It's ink. Crane's $125 B paper. This is a decision by a company that just does not understand luxury brands. If Montblanc was selling this paper, they would be selling it at the old price of $34. They would be selling it at the old price. This is not how you run a luxury brand. And here's the reason why Montblanc bothers selling this this ink at all. You know, they're making money off of the ink. You know, this is a way for them to continue to get money from their customers who buy their pens. But also, and this is very important, people who cannot afford Montblanc pens, they'll still get this ink. It's good ink. They'll still get this ink, and they'll put this ink in their non-Montblanc fountain pens. And then the Montblanc brand has got them, and maybe they get a little bit of money, and they're like, hey, you know what? I've always wanted a Montblanc pen, and they spend money on the pen. By having a luxury brand, but by having, lower priced products, available, like, makes sense for it to be lower priced products. Like Montblanc is not making like $30 pens. they're not making stuff like that. But they got the ink. By having that level, you rope in a lot of people who at some point in the future might buy your much more expensive stuff. And this is like how Crane would operate. Crane has much more expensive paper. It is the custom stuff, the stuff where you get your own letterhead printed on it, and that stuff is way more expensive. That's like 25 sheets for 400 and something bucks. But you get those customers by first having them show up for your cheaper offerings. You get those customers by selling people, a $30 B paper. They're like, hey, you know what? This paper is actually really good. And when they get to the point where they want to get custom letterhead stuff done, they're gonna go with Crane. But yeah, I think WP Strategic Holdings is like, no, all of our products gotta be expensive because we're a luxury brand. So this paper that we were previously selling for $30 has to be $125. Dag it. Part of their strategic strategy. It's part of their strategic strategy. It really feels to me like a company that just does not understand the company they've purchased. Like, I would have plenty of ideas for how to increase the profitability of the Crane brand. It would not be about taking your existing products and increasing the price by fivefold. This is not a winning strategy. Like, there's a lot of companies that have done really well recently in the stationary space. I'm talking like this because we're talking business stuff. We're talking business stuff, so I gotta use words like the stationary space. Dang it, fell down a hole. That's okay. Mario can fall down a hole if he wants. WTF even is B paper. It's just paper with a B on it. Oh. That's alright. We get a game over. That's fine. But you know, there's all these companies that have started doing really well selling stationery stuff, whether it be pens, paper, what have you, because there has been a boom recently in people writing physical letters again. Largely as a hobby thing. People aren't doing this, like, because they have to. People are doing it because they want to. You know, the reason that I got into fountain pens and into writing handwritten letters is specifically because Gmail kept trying to, you know, suggest AI stuff to add to my emails and what have you. I was like, this is not how I want to communicate with people. I want to communicate with them. I don't want this computer to do it. Goodbye. We're done. And apparently a lot of other people have, like, gotten into handwritten written letters for the exact same reason. So, you have this market that's opened up, where there's a lot of people right now who are looking for good stationery and are willing to pay, you know, more than like an average person would for it to get higher quality stuff. And so you would think that a company like Crane is like absolutely positioned to take advantage of this, because they 100% make exactly the sort of stuff that this you know, this recent boom in interest is like centered around. They make very high quality paper. You can use it with fountain pens. They've got lovely designs, handmade stuff. It's just, everything they make is like perfect for this new boom in interest. But like the thing that's happened that a lot of companies have taken advantage of, that have found them success, largely has to do with social media. You'll have all sorts of all of these stationery companies will run really slick social media accounts. It shows off their products, gets people interested in them, and there are so many people. There are so many people doing videos about pens, about stationery, because of the aesthetics of it, who at 100% would do videos on the Crane products if they were sent the Crane products. But I think my B video is like the most views a Crane stationery thing has gotten in like a decade or something. It just, no one's talking about this company that's making some of the best paper in the entire world. and no one's gonna be talking about them now if their paper's $125, 15 sheets. Son of a gun. So yeah, whatever they're doing over there is... I don't think it's working. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, I'm definitely reaching the point of the night where I'm no longer paying attention to what I'm even doing. I was thinking about stationery. Gotta reconstruct the crane paper milling process, take back the power. Yeah. So you stream a lot, would you consider yourself a connoisseur of video games? I like playing a wide variety of decades and genres. I don't think I have like particularly interesting tastes or skills at these games. I just love video games as an art form, and I love going and experiencing the evolution of this art form. Incredible tolerance for games that are frustrating, bad, or just generally have very little fun to be had with them. Yeah, if I'm streaming, I can, you know, deal with pretty much anything. One thing I did not want to do when I started streaming was being one of those people who's just constantly yelling at the game they're playing. There's a lot of people that build up like a whole personality over that. It feels very tiring. There's only like a handful of people who've ever done that well. Like for every angry video game nerd, there's like 1,000 people who wanted to be the angry video game nerd, but who did not have the creative impulses to make that not annoying. Charisma too. Yeah, charisma does a lot. I feel like charisma can only go so far. I think one of the reasons the angry video game nerd was so successful is, you know, he does have like a filmmaker's instinct. videos have ebbs and flows and arcs. Oh no! Oh! Ugh. Get that mush. Oh no! Oh, dang it. Alright, that's okay. Still get the mush. Still get the mush, yes I can. I'm not feeling too... oh no. Not feeling too bad. I had a migraine earlier and I still mostly have a little bit of it. But not feeling too bad. I was playing this game today entirely because of the migraine. And I was worried that it would come back strong while streaming and have to end the stream early, but no, I'm doing alright. Do you still huff oxygen? That's for cluster headaches, that's not migraines. Now I have the power of the gods. How often do you stream? Literally every day. It's every single day. Literally every one of them. You might be thinking, I bet there's a day you don't stream. Nope. You tune in Christmas Eve, I'll be here. Christmas, I'll be here. New Year's. Got the playlist here. This is our 3071st stream. Yep. I think in the multiple years of watching, there's like one day ever, if I recall. Yeah, like, I missed one stream because of a particularly bad migraine. Usually when I have a migraine, I'm able to at least do a half stream. And I missed a stream because Scuffy was in the emergency room. Streamed through a hurricane. Yeah, I streamed through 2 hurricanes. The wind was howling outside. Unbelievably, the power didn't go off. I was pretty impressed by that. It's a good power grid. Migraine completely puts me out of commission. I just get a lot of them. It's a pretty regular part of my life. I get tension headaches, I got migraines, and I get cluster headaches. I get the whole menagerie. I'm on medication now for the migraines. The first medication I've taken that's actually like helped, and I get them less often and they're less intense now, but still get them. Nurtec. My mom gets migraines. My grandmother got migraines. My dad got cluster headaches. So I actually don't think my brother really gets them though, like any of them. He's got his own stuff though. He has worse like back problems than I have, and I've had back surgery for my scoliosis. But somehow he's the person with the worst back stuff. No, Mario, no! Oh, oh. Thing about chronic pain is you just get used to it. Your pain threshold becomes much higher than the average person's. Yeah, I think getting used to it's maybe not how I would phrase it, but you definitely learn ways to dang it. You learn what you can do and how you can do stuff while it's going on. So, like, there's certain activities and stuff that I just don't even try anymore with a migraine. And there's other stuff I know I still can do, so just do as much of that. Ooh, ooh, oh no! Be more like you learn how to manage it, yeah. Pardon me. Mom was having headaches most people would categorize as a 9 or 10. She was so used to them, she was telling the doctor they were 6 or 7. Yeah, I definitely have like a weird categorization system for pain now because of the... I mean, just because of my cluster headaches. Described on Wikipedia as the most intense pain known to medical science. Yeah. Yeah, there's a specific part of your, like the nerves in your head. They're partially responsible for, like, communicating pain. And it's this area that caused the cluster headaches, and so... It's about as intense as pain can be. It doesn't get much worse than that. It genuinely feels like a cosmic pain. Like it's beyond the normal human pain that I experience at other times. It's very surreal. It's a very surreal pain. You see like people who've done artistic renditions of their pain, and it's always like a demon showing up in their head. World 1-1, we're back. Back to basics. Oh no! Mario, no! Officer, I'm gonna give it the $2. Jason, you heard about this $125 B paper? I have. Believe it or not, I think it's a great deal. Only $8.33 a sheet. And it's got a B. Nope, 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 no secrets. You invested early. Yeah, I wish I had gotten a little more of the B paper back when before it was $125. I just, how am I gonna top myself off on this B paper now? I do have a lot of crane paper. I got, like, I had already had some crane paper, but I kind of suspected something was going on when they stopped making their, like, basic envelopes and stuff. I was like... I genuinely thought was happening was, like, I hadn't realized who had purchased them. I thought they had been purchased by another paper company, and I was like, alright, maybe this paper company's gonna, like, you know, they have their own basic products they make. And Crane is only going to exist for the luxury stuff. It actually makes way less sense that they're not producing their basic stuff anymore now that I know. It's just a private equity group that owns them. It's like they've just gotten rid of the company's bread and butter stuff. It is too bad, because I genuinely think, like, the Crane Kent envelope, just the basic Crane envelope, oh no, is by far, like, the very best basic envelope that was on the market. There just aren't a better envelope for everyday use. There are plenty of, like, very good fancy envelopes you can get, but the nice thing about Crane's basic envelopes were they were extremely high quality, but also very diverse in how you could use them. You could use them for casual writing and for formal writing. It was just the perfect level of quality. It's genuinely my favorite envelope, and they're just not making them anymore. So I got a whole bunch of those. When I run out, I'm gone forever apparently, but I got a bunch at the moment. It does suck to see, like to understand the true value of a thing that you're watching some company just throw away. WP Strategic Holdings purchases one of the very best paper companies in the world, and it's just seemingly has no idea why this company is any good. And truthfully, something like a private equity firm is never gonna understand this stuff, because their whole concept of like what makes something good is entirely how much increasing levels of profit can this make? How much, like, not only is this profitable, but is this profitable in a way that continues to increase every year? It's not enough to have a company that's like endlessly sustainable. That puts a good product out into the world. Let me sheets of B paper do you have left? Oh, I have no idea. Not enough. This is fine. Wonder if they're counting on companies that refresh their inventories in a bureaucratic manner, buying them at this new price before they realize what happens. I don't think that that's happening. Like, I don't think they're trying to trick companies into reordering at the higher price. And I'd been wondering what was going on, because there's a lot of companies that... Crane used to be stocked by a lot more places. And, like, over the past 6 months, I guess, I've just sort of seen Crane disappear from basically everywhere that I would order from. And I didn't know why. And this is probably the reason. The reason all these companies started dropping Crane products is probably because the products that were $30-something are now $125. It doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way that, the companies that actually know their business and their customers are like, yeah, people aren't going to pay this. Yeah. That was nonsense. I shouldn't have died there. Well, we seem to be done. Had a good time playing this tonight. Not feeling too bad. Had a migraine. It seems to mostly be dissipating now. But it was nice to talk about the Crane Stationery Company with you. I mentioned this at the very top of the stream, and I'll mention it again, but I did actually get an email from someone who works on the floor of the Crane Stationery Company making the paper. Someone who actually works making that B paper. I did get contacted. Apparently they were passing around the video. And seemed to have liked it, so... I'm very glad that it's like the people actually making the paper who saw this video and liked it. I don't think the WP Strategic Holdings would appreciate the video as much. But I was extremely excited to hear from someone who actually makes this paper. Because I have a bunch of Crane papers, specifically because it is genuinely some of the best paper out there. It's great stuff. It's great paper. It's beautiful. And there's so much like work that goes into making it. It's done by very skilled people. It's beautiful. It's beautiful paper. And everyone making this paper deserves probably way more than WP Strategic Holdings is paying them. Let me see. Yeah, someone left a comment on my video, which was, "This is doing numbers in the employee group chat for Crane Stationery." They're cracking up and watching it on the production floor right now. And then I got an email from one of the workers. I'm not going to read the whole email. Just says, "I wanted to let you know the workers at Crane have discovered your video. We absolutely love it. I am but a lowly worker bee, but I do print that design regularly enough." And this person sent me a picture of their press that has a bunch of designs on it and stuff. Everyone at the floor was cackling at your video. One of my favorite emails. So happy to have gotten this email. Well, that'll be it for today. We're at the end of the stream. Had a good time playing tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. Special thanks to the FilmCow Patreon supporters. Just finished Charlie the Unicorn's grand finale for the first time. Was in bed bothering my girlfriend about the magical Leopleurodon, binge watching them all. Thanks for watching. Glad you enjoyed the grand finale. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of how that turned out. It took longer than I wanted to put it together, but I'm very happy with the results. Be back tomorrow, continuing E.G.G. Elemental Gimmick gear on the Dreamcast. Should make $125 Charlie paper. Yeah, this is the way forward. $125 paper. It's funny, Crane came out with one of the first things that happened after their products kind of disappeared. A lot of their basic products disappeared. They came out with this collection called the Founders Archive Egyptian Collection, which they've apparently made in partnership with the Embassy of Egypt. And one of the things that I noted about this collection was like, oh, this limited edition, each design limited to 400 boxes. It's like each design limited to 400 boxes. They were way more expensive than Crane's usual stuff. They are $125. $125. And I was like, oh, that's pretty pricey, but maybe they're maybe the new direction for Crane is just doing a bunch of a bunch of limited edition specialty stuff that they charge a premium for. And this kind of made sense. But then what ended up happening was all of their regular items they updated the price of, and they're all now also $125. Just everything is $125 now. I don't know why they've done that. Like, it almost made sense for this particular line to be $125. Artificial scarcity. It's done in partnership with some group. It's a limited edition. You know, sure. Charge $125. But then the regular stuff that used to be $20 and $30 is now also $125. Let's just charge $125 for everything. Daniels, thank you for the 2 Canadian. $125 papyrus toilet paper. That at least would be an interesting material. Anyway, I do really like the designs Crane does, which is why I'm disappointed they're charging so much for this stuff. I definitely spend more on stationery than the average person. But, you know, I can't afford to spend $125 on 15 half sheets. Oh. Let me show you some. Let me show you some other stationery. So there is an Italian company, Cartos. There's the company, Cartos. This company makes truly extraordinary paper. One of my favorite Italian paper companies. You can get their products in the U.S. through a partner of theirs, Florentine. And like, there's a number of stationery shops in the United States that'll sell Cartos' stuff. Here we go. Like, look at this paper. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Gorgeous envelopes. This is 10 sheets, 10 envelopes. This is luxury paper. $18.70. Look at all these designs. There are some tremendously beautiful designs. that they sell. I have a number of these sheets. And this is what luxury paper costs. This, you know, spending $18.70 on 10 sheets and 10 envelopes. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to spend on on stationery. But this is, you know, this is the when you want like high quality, you know, handmade stuff. This is the price that you're going to be paying. You know, $18.70. not $125. Hey, look at this stuff. And you can't tell from the photographs here, but this all has like a like all of the borders, many of the elements are done in this like gold luster. So like as you move the paper around, it has a shininess to it. It has a glorious like light reflective quality to it. And the paper itself, you also wouldn't be able to tell here, but there are little specks of gold in the paper. The paper itself. And probably feels nice too. Yeah, it's a wonderful paper to hold, wonderful to look at. Highly recommend this company. Their paper products are wonderful. It's Italian paper, very different from like Crane's American style. Crane paper is much thicker, much more substantial. This is more of a it's not it's not very thin like Japanese paper, but it's meant to have a more delicate feel to it. Works well with most fountain pen stuff. I've never had a problem with it. It's not going to work quite as well as some Japanese paper, but anyway, yeah, the company Cartos Florentine Shop is the U.S. distributor. You can get these. This paper a lot of places. I'm pretty sure you can even get some of it on Amazon. I wouldn't recommend. I would shop it at a local place or go through the Florentine Shop. But yeah, you can get some of this stuff on Amazon. Like it's pretty easily accessible. I think Vanessa sells it. Yeah, Vanessa sells some Cartos stationery, although they seem to be out of most of it. Okay. Oh, San Lorenzo. That's another name. Cartos is the actual company, but it gets distributed by yeah, here we go, San Lorenzo. It gets distributed by a few other companies. Florentine is one of them. San Lorenzo is another one. It's all the same paper. Well, look at this, right? So it's cheaper through Vanessa. You know, it's like $12 for a writing stand. That's... Oh, yeah. The letter sheets are $20 through Vanessa. You can find a 10% off coupon code if you look around for Vanessa, by the way. But I've ordered directly from Florentine Shop before. If you're in the U.S., I think this is the best place to get it from. They ship pretty quick. Malvazar, thank you for the $2. If you wrote to the Crane CEO yet? No, I've not wrote to the Crane CEO. Let me see. Lalo, that's it. G. Lalo. G. Lalo is another great stationery company. They are a French company. They make extremely good paper. I have a number of their writing pads. This is $60 for 30 cards. The paper quality here, extraordinary. I think it's called decal cuts. Yeah, decal edged. You can get this stuff on sale for a little bit of a better price than that, but again, I'm I'm specifically bringing up like all of the luxury paper brands that I know. All of the companies making, yeah, here we go. Here's a better price for this stuff. They seem to be sold out. $45. Beautiful, beautiful paper for 30. Midori is a Japanese paper company. They make a lot of good paper, and they also do these letterpress things. Let's see, Midori letterpress. Yeah, here we go. Lots of beautiful paper. They make the grouse paper that I'm so enamored with. But yeah, so this is 8 sheets for $6.40. What a wonderful texture this paper has. Incredible texture. You gotta be more particular about the fountain pen ink you use for this, because some of it will bleed a little bit. But this is also like extremely high quality stationery. Is Vanessa still best? Still love Vanessa. They moved recently. I think they're caught back up on orders. Atlas, also a great place if you're in the United States. So the reason I bring all this stuff up is, like, this is what high quality luxury paper costs. It's not $125 for 15 sheets. Like, when you actually have paper that's made by, you know, skilled workers who are, you're paying for the skill and the quality. Like, you are paying more than you will getting just some random imported set from China or something. Just some mass-produced, this machine-made thing. $125 is such a unbelievable nonsense price. Daniels, thank you for the 2 Canadian. Quality makes a difference. Can't go back when you try. I do love quality paper. Like, there are non-luxury brands that are very high quality and much less price that you can get if, like, you can't afford the luxury stuff. Because, again, it is, like, luxury paper, it's still paper, but it is Not everyone can afford to spend like $1 per sheet or something. It's a lot of money. So there are high quality paper that does not cost this much, but I do really want people to understand exactly how ridiculous the $125 is. Because there are a number of luxury paper brands that are still making very good stuff, and that stuff is not $125 for 15 sheets. You know, it's the $18. $18.70. 1870, baby. B paper is almost certainly out of production. It is not. I know this directly from the person doing the printing. It is not out of production. You don't price like that for current SKUs. You do. That's the thing. You do if you're a private equity company that has purchased this brand and does not know anything about the market. Like, again, they priced everything at $125 now. They a bunch of their products went out of stock for a bit, and then they all came back in stock at $125. It's all $125. Do you understand? Everything. It's all $125 now. Okay, it's not all $125. The stuff that doesn't have any embossing is now $60. I think this used to be $16. I think this used to be I added it to my cart. I think this used to be $16. But everything with the embossing is now $125. If you're getting it embossed, it's $125. So yeah, all of these decisions like don't actually make sense. I've seen a number of people like trying to come up with explanations based on like logic. Based on like what would actually make sense for a business to do. Like people who like have experience with these sorts of businesses and are like trying to make sense of this through that lens. But I genuinely think what's happened is just they got bought by a private equity company. This private equity company, WP Strategic Holdings. If you look at their portfolio and stuff, it's like it's a hodgepodge of stuff. It's like insurance services, Larry's salsa. Guardian Windshield. They buy a lot of these companies and like they don't have a bunch of experience in like the print business. And so the decisions that they're making are not necessarily going to be ones that are, you know, logical for the business, just logical for a investment company. Focus will be centered on the creation of new income streams, expense and margin management, and maximization of asset value and cash flow. I think this is the thing right here, this maximization of asset value. Hey, if we take this thing that's 30-something bucks and charge $125 for it, that's maximizing asset value, baby. It's still being produced. It's got to go somewhere. Yeah, I suspect this strategy is not going to work. Their website has the ability to essentially check what their inventory is by adding an amount to your cart and seeing whether you're allowed to add that amount. And so for the B stationery, they currently have 42 in stock. They currently have 42 of them in stock. And like all of the products that they make, like there are people doing them by hand and stuff. This has never been like a high volume company, so this seems about right for some random product. Their current stock level or whatever, 42. And I'm pretty sure it was 42 when they changed the price to $125. And I don't think they've sold a single one of them since then. Because when I've checked the stock, it's been at 42. And it is still at 42. I checked earlier today. It's still at 42. So I don't think they're actually selling any of them at $125. Now, this stuff hasn't been this price for very long. This is like a very recent change, like within the last couple of weeks. So I would not be surprised. Number may not be real. Yeah, I mean the stock number might not be real, but I've personally run into issues with their online stock numbers in the sense of like I've purchased directly from Crane before, and then it never shipped, and I called someone from Crane on the phone, talked to a human being on the phone, who was like, "Oh, let me check with my inventory people," and they got back to me and was like, "Oh yeah, it was a stock problem. The website number was wrong." But whatever number they have 42 on the website thing, and if someone buys from the website is going to say 41 now. The website's gonna think it's 41. So they just haven't actually sold any of these at the moment. They just haven't sold any. At $125. So we'll see what happens. There's plenty of companies that do stuff I would consider terrible, that make a lot of money off of those decisions. So for all I know, this move is actually going to be wildly profitable for WP Strategic Holdings. I just don't see how it could be, but you know, I'm not a private equity person. Anyway, much love to all the people making the paper at Crane. They're doing good work. It's great paper. I really hope they're being paid well, and I hope Hope WP Strategic Holdings doesn't drive the company further into the ground. Maybe they're trying to raise its perceived worth before they burn it to the ground for insurance money. Hadn't considered that possibility. I don't think that that's what they're doing, but hey, you never know. I would love to know more about what's going on in this company. Would love to know. This decision just seems so inexplicable to me. Them making a bunch of like higher cost luxury paper products doesn't like that makes sense to me. That seems like a thing a company would do. Taking their old products and making them just pricing them as ultra luxury products. I don't get it. I'm sure there's some strategy. I can't see it. Pose as an investor. Get a sit-down meeting to find out what they do. Just show up with a monocle and a top hat. Hello. Oh, I'm interested in getting some shares of this bee paper. Mm. Love to see the 24-year-old headed this acquisition. I looked up the CEO. It's the WP Strategic Holdings guy. Can't find him now. Rob Bueller. I think I found a different guy yesterday, so I don't really know. This guy's got a 67% CEO approval rating. I don't know. I'd actually end up with a CEO approval rating. He's the guy, Robert. This is definitely a different guy than I looked up last time. Anyway, what's going on? Robert Bueller. What's happening? What's happening at this company? What's the strategy here? All right. That'll probably be it for tonight. It's enough talk about the Crane Stationery Company. This Video Game Valley stream. Sometimes I just, I just don't understand something. Just want to talk it through. Have a great night, everyone. A great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Farewell, everyone. I love you all.